Grand Rising. I'm here today. It's Saturday morning. Hey y'all, we're about to go get this good workout in at the Floyd Mayweather boxing fitness class. Then I'm gonna go to the Atlanta United game, soccer game in Atlanta. So I'm just, man, I am thinking about all good things. Me and my cousin went to a hookah lounge yesterday. Had some real good conversation with some good people. We talked about what we could do to evaluate our lives for what they are. Are we negative? Are we positive? Are we neutral? And then to how we could take more advice and take advice from our companions, and why we should have several companions around us to give us the ability to self-reflect interpersonal relationships. And I was like, yeah, bro, that's how you do it, because sometimes I'm too trusting. So now I know I'm too trusting, so that's why I'm like, I know I gotta stay on my path. Like, even with me working in sales, I've been loving it because the skills are getting ground into me little by little, each card, little by little, a day at a time, a card at a time. And it's making me feel like I want to do more. I had a crazy idea. I was like, I want to do, oh, you know what? I'll leave that out of here. You know what? I'm not going to mention it. If I remember it, I'll get closer and mention it as I get closer. And I was just like, I got to just go harder. I want to go harder. This is the time to do it. This is the time to get it in. How will it change my life? How will it allow me to evolve myself and my life and my time and what I'm doing with those key elements? With those elements. How will they unfold? And I know how they will, but the how is the who. Who will I become as they unfold? Ask yourself these questions, because this is something serious. Like, I just work hard. I'm not talking about work hard. I mean, work hard. Like, get up, go do the doors as early as possible, 7 in the morning. Do the follow up of my active leads, my hot leads. Get them the assistance they need. Go to the appointments, set up the showings, go to the appointments. And I'm turning into a machine, and a good machine. And I'm thinking, what would I do with all that money? I wouldn't spend it. I don't think I would spend it. That would not be the point of this process. The point of this process would be to build my character so solid that it would be so solid. I could just be a solid man. And the money, I would just save it into the stock market. Save most of it, probably like I say most, I mean actually more than any amount that I could actually live on. Like, I would just have my salary I created for myself, my optimal operating capacity. Everything above that is saved either in the business account or probably in the business account, because I need to actually build this business. And I see now how much it takes and what it could take from me on a daily basis. And I'm like, yeah, I could put money into the business account, but that's not going to build the business. I'm going to build the business. I'm the business worker. I'm the one who's going to put the foundations in place for. And so, for that to happen, money is not a concern. Connections, business, people, I need people to give me their business. So for me to do that, you can't pay for that. I mean, you can pay for marketing, but that's not what I'm going for. That's not going to get me to be the person I want to be. I used to have a dog. I had to give him up because I was unstable. I would love to be able to buy a place with a house. Buy a place with a fence and a house and have my dog back. It's a beautiful dog. And that requires, as a part of my identity, that requires me to define the world for myself. What am I giving? What am I going to give to the world? I'm going to grind it up out of myself. So this business is birth. It's like, when I say birth, I mean it's solid. Like, I've made the connections. I laid the foundation. I was the ambassador. I was the worker. I want to do that. I want to have the health to do that. So I have to keep my body right, keep my health right, mind right, and have mental reserves. Have mental reserves. Like when those police pulled up on me, I went back the next day. Next day. Same neighborhood, same house they stopped me at. The next one, and continued. It's a whole new day. People in the neighborhood, hey, how you doing? Like, let these people take you for a fool. So, like, today is just, it's my weekend day. Getting out here, I want to get some more friends around me to reflect on myself. And man, especially in this place, like where I live at, like, man, when I'm really outputting this amount of capacity, the person I think it would make me be is the person that my mind is capable of operating at, but which I have yet to express. So sometimes you don't know, but sometimes I'll think like even that statement. Sometimes I'll think faster than when I could speak, or I'll think multiple ideas. And I think with this amount of work being expressed by my personality of talking to people and doing it on that level, the personality that would come out of that would be a full expression of like, okay, what am I thinking as I'm thinking it, calibrated to the time, location, setting, all the other details and orients that go into an experience. And it would be like, I'm clocking it away. I'm like, when I say a machine, I mean like I'm oiled up. My brain is oiled up. The gears are put into place. And it's like, yeah. So it would be, I'm in the field, and I just have this feeling, and I don't think it'll ever go away until I graduate, right? Like, talk about degrees, until I graduate out of the field of door-to-door sales or worker. And one thing I've noticed is people look for pedigrees. Like, they want to see what your degree is, so they know what your pedigree is. And if that's like what school you went to, that's a pedigree. If you're in the military, that's a pedigree. And petty, the pretext of ped, or petty means like child or under. So like, whose degrees were you under? So I can judge you. Kind of like when you get like a poodle or a German Shepherd or an Oswald. So as a business owner, I have my own pedigree. I'm this business. This business is the pedigree, and I'm birthing it. Birthing pains are real. So there's no other time like now. I don't have all the keys and the answers, but I do know where to get them. I do know where to find mentors who have them. And I do know how to have the emotional maturity to detach and attach. You have to be able to do both. Attaching as fast as you attach is, and then being able to sustain a bond as long as you want, or yeah, longer than you're capable. Oh, that is. So you guys like this video, share it, drop a comment. Farewell.